Today, you and I are going to be taking a look at every single terrible feature that exists on YouTube. From the removal of dislikes to the introduction of AI-generated video summaries, it's no secret that those in charge of YouTube don't always make the best decisions. Without further ado, let's begin. We're kicking off this list with the removal of dislikes. To me, this feels like it happened yesterday, but to my absolute shock, it has actually been 3 years since YouTube removed the dislike counter. It's no secret that the company has done some dumb things over the years, rewind 2018, but I think that removing dislikes is the single worst thing they have ever done. When YouTube announced that they were doing this, people were rightfully unhappy, myself included, and 3 years later, I feel the same way. YouTube claimed that they were removing dislikes to, quote, better protect our creators from harassment and reduce dislike attacks. They also said that they want to create an inclusive and respectful environment where creators have the opportunity to succeed and feel safe to express themselves. As a YouTuber, I kind of understand this. I've made videos in the past that have been bombarded with dislikes, and I do think I would have felt better not being able to know. As a wise man once said, ignorance is bliss. But here's the thing, YouTubers can still see the number of dislikes their video has. So if this was really about protecting creators and making YouTube an inclusive and safe place, why on earth did they not remove dislikes for YouTubers as well as the viewers? Quite frankly, it doesn't make a blind bit of sense. Also, I'm sure I speak on behalf of the whole internet when I say that I use the dislike counter as a way to judge a video. For instance, if I see that a video has more dislikes than likes, I can infer that the video will do one of three things: be unhelpful to me, make me annoyed, or both. Nowadays, I use a Chrome extension that returns dislikes to their rightful position. But I shouldn't have to, because YouTube should never have gotten rid of them in the first place. Moving on to something a bit more recent, next up we're talking about AI-generated video summaries. Weirdly enough, this is something I don't think I've ever seen myself, but it definitely does exist. On November 27th, 2024, a user Dependent Emu posted this on the YouTube subreddit: "New AI feature, nice idea to reduce views." And as we can see, they've attached an image showing said AI feature. This post has a whopping 13,000 upvotes, a clear indicator that this is a controversial YouTube feature. YouTube announced that they were adding this in 2023, but a few months ago they said they were expanding it further. There are two immediate problems with it. First of all, it's AI and it's experimental, so it might not always be good or accurate, which limits its usefulness to the viewer. You can see here that YouTube literally admits this. Secondly, it's going to stop people from actually watching videos. Maybe that's a bit of a stretch, but with attention spans falling, why would you want to watch a 15-minute video if you can just read a description of it in 15 seconds? Sure, this won't necessarily affect all YouTube videos, but like quite a lot of Reddit users who replied to this post, I can see it being a problem in the future. Next up, we're looking at YouTube Shorts and YouTube Playables. I'm putting these two into the same section because they have something in common: brain rot. I'll hold my hands up and admit that I do watch too many short form videos, whether it's TikTok, Snapchat Spotlight, Instagram Reels, or indeed YouTube Shorts. I know I need to get my phone screen time down a bit. You might be thinking, well then, that's a you problem. And it is. But I know for a fact I'm not the only one. I'll also admit my opinion is a bit personal here. Some people like shorts, some people don't. I know I scroll too much, but I also know most of the shorts I see are ultimately garbage. Some are funny, but they all have the same inevitable effect: lowering my IQ, which is dangerous because it probably isn't that high anyway. And for that matter, YouTube Playables are no better. I don't really get the reasoning behind YouTube putting games on their website. I thought maybe it was a money thing and that eventually they would start putting adverts on them. I mean, you never know, they still might, but I think they've actually just done it to keep people on the platform longer. If you're watching YouTube on a mobile phone, you might be less likely to leave the app if you know you can play addictive games in the same place as watching your favourite content creators. But that's just a guess. Please don't sue me, YouTube. Made for kids restrictions. What do I mean by that? Well, in 2019, YouTube was forced to make some changes after they were sued for collecting children's data without their knowledge. Since that fateful day, when a creator uploads a video, they need to mark it as made for kids, or not made for kids, or they can just set their whole channel as made for kids or not. Anyway, videos that are made for kids have a long list of restrictions attached to them. I do understand this. I think after losing $170 million, YouTube realised that they needed to take action to better protect their younger viewers, and avoid getting sued again. But the problem is that sometimes YouTube will automatically set a video as made for kids. Whatever means they use to decide a video's rating is far from perfect. This can result in videos that aren't aimed at children being set as made for kids. Because of this, these videos end up with the dreaded restrictions. And just like running out of deodorant, it's very annoying. To me, the most frustrating part of this is the automatic disability of comments. There will be videos I watch where I want to see what people think of it, but because it's made for kids, I can't see the comments, so my wish cannot be granted. I saw someone post on Reddit about an Adult Swim clip that was set as made for kids. If you don't know, Adult Swim is very much not made for kids. What makes this even more annoying is that YouTube Kids exists, so you'd think that in theory there wouldn't need to be any made for kids videos on the main YouTube platform, but here we are. I've not written this in my script, but I do want to mention that there are quite a few posts on Reddit of instances where users have found videos that aren't aimed at children being set as made for kids by YouTube. I'll put them on screen now. Now, I'm aware that I've not painted YouTube in the best light throughout this video. That kind of was the point of it, but I do want to emphasise that it's not all bad. Believe it or not, there are people who work hard behind the scenes at YouTube who really want to make the website the best it can be. I hope there are anyway. I recently saw a post on the YouTube blog where they announced that they want to help creators in the UK by reducing potential challenges they may face, like a lack of financial support. They're apparently going to achieve this by producing a detailed report and consulting with the British government about it, and I think that's great. I used this post as an example because I live in the UK, that's where I'm from, but if you look at the YouTube blog, you'll see there's quite a few posts about what they're doing to better viewers and creators in various countries. YouTube's employees make a lot of decisions, and they frequently change the website by adding and removing features. Sometimes they do good, but like we found out today, sometimes they do bad. Let's just hope the adverts don't get any worse. Thank you for watching Beyond the Internet, and thank you very much for an incredible year. I hope you have an amazing Christmas, and hopefully I'll see you again in 2025.